congrats on another year of Grammy nominations. Hopefully you keep, a streak going with wins and everything. But what do you take me back to, like, when you received the news of your nominations? What do you remember about those first ones when you realized you were nominated, and how does it feel now getting nominated that it's already been happening for you?
I mean, the first time was always super special, you know what I'm saying? And I definitely didn't know nothing about the politics or any of the ins and outs of the Grammys. I had went one time before, and this was probably 2 years before Niggas in Paris won. I went to see Lil Wayne and Eminem perform Drop the World, and that's a song I produced with Chasing Cash, and that was my first time, so I just was in there just peeping the whole vibe, and by the time I went back, I had leveled up and went to another level. So, you can't call it, but we won. But it's crazy because the year before I won with Nipsey Hussle for Racks in the Middle, I was there for Sicko Mode for my production on that, and we lost. Way more commercially successful song, but it didn't win the trophy. So it's all a balance, you know what I'm saying? And I really got to learn, like, how, you can't just think like, oh, just because this was the most commercially successful or whatever the case is, that it's gonna win a Grammy, because it's not always about that. It's about that quality. There's songs that her HER, she won a Grammy last year for like Song of the Year or something, and I think the video only had not even 1 million views on it on YouTube. You know what I'm saying, for the song that she won for. So it's, we got so piped up to, it's about the YouTube numbers and Spotify, and that all that can be finessed. All that could be dump some money into Spotify ads and dump some money into YouTube playlisting to make the views look crazy. But what is the music really saying? What is it really doing?
And it's been a long time coming for Producer of the Year Grammy nominations.
Crazy.
So take me back to when you got that news, because that's a whole different monumental kind of nomination. So where were you? What was going through your head? How did you feel?
I had just watched them announce that King's Disease 2 was nominated, which is big because we just won last year. So just going back to the Grammys with Nas is unbelievable for real. But a lot of people was feeling like, man, you should have got Producer of the Year last year at the Grammys too. I wasn't nominated, but this year I am. And after I seen they announced King's Disease 2, I just cut off the broadcast. Like, I was like, cool, I'm straight. I didn't even think about the fact that they was announcing Producer of the Year. People started calling me, texting me, hitting me like, yo, you nominated for Producer of the Year. I was like, man, that's unbelievable.
And I mean, the past winners are crazy. You got Pharrell, I think, won it twice. Rick Rubin won it twice. Neptune's Dre, Babyface, like the list goes on and on. So describe what the win would mean to you, and have any of those past winners like inspired you.
I mean, obviously Dre, Pharrell, Rick Rubin, all of them, different eras, different sounds, but I draw from all them, like, as far as inspiration goes. And shit, to win, man, I mean, I would feel probably how everybody else on earth would feel. Amazing about this shit. Like, it's not everything, but it is something that you can appreciate, because it's like, I don't know, motherfuckers be enamored over jewelry and money and all that type of shit, but I feel like a Grammy, that's something you could just have in your family that just symbolizes greatness. Like, my people was locked in, so like my family, my son, whatever, gonna be able to look and be like, yeah, my pops was really doing it. Like, most of these people, kids ain't finna inherit their jewelry and shit, like all that. But my son gonna be able to have that on the mantle forever. So, that's just how I look at it.
And then one thing that stuck out on Twitter is someone was saying that you were the only black producer nominated for Producer.
I said that. A lot of us don't get that opportunity, so just to even be, talked about and ranked amongst people that's doing great things. Like, most of the people probably had bigger commercial, radio records. I don't know if they had as much volume and as much whatever as me, but everybody in their own world and doing what they're supposed to do. So it ain't even a thing where I'm trying to make it, a black thing or whatever the case is, but that just was a fact.